the First Amendment, they take that away from you, and then the Fourth Amendment, they don't like that when they take that from you, and the Supreme Court just makes the laws as they go. I hope all these things happen, because you know what? It's time for American chickens to come home to roost. As I think Barack Obama's pastor once said about America.
Hey, we just got a comment on Facebook from someone listening to the show saying, why keep calling people idiots who can't get behind Trump?
Because you're an idiot. How about that? Whoever that is on Facebook, and I don't even have Facebook, if you don't get behind Trump this point...
That's our friend Watson, who's host of the show on some of the networks we're on.
Well,
you know what?
If the shoe fits, that's all I'm going to say. Who are you getting behind at this point? Ted Cruz ain't running anymore, people. I don't know if you caught that. Marco Rubio's in Florida. He's not running anymore. Who are you behind at this point? Who's left? I'm not the smartest guy in the room.
Well, okay, there's a joke there somewhere, but I'm not doing it.
Who's left?
Exactly. And this we got into this argument back in June with some friends last time we were in D.C. And we were all sitting around a table drinking a few, talking about, well, what are you going to do? And it was a lot of talk about principle, and then no answer about what you're going to do. The answer is stay home.
Don Rumsfeld, Secretary of Defense, once said...
Oh, here we go. I love this quote.
You go to war with the army you got, not the army you wish you got. And right now, folks, like it or not, Donald Trump is our army. That's all we got left. You go to war with it. You can wish for something better. And maybe in 4 or 8 years, you'll get something better. But the primary process got us this candidate. That's it.
But in those 4 to 8 years, what happens to this nation? A lot of bad things can happen, especially, like I said, economic policy, Second Amendment, Supreme Court.
We're done. It doesn't matter. Listen.
What are you going to do then?
Glenn Beck, before he completely went insane, said something that I thought was kind of brilliant. He said either way, both parties are going to socialism. Both of them, the Republicans and the Democrats.
I was about to go there, but yes, it's either you go in there on the express train or on the local track.
The bullet train with the Democrats, or you could take the old steam locomotive with the Republicans. Either way, the destination's the same. It's just that if you go Republican, you're going to buy yourself a little bit more time. So, make your choice. I mean, you're not getting behind Trump right now. I'm glad I don't have a Facebook account, Gene, because I'd be caught up arguing with people all day long on that thing. And I'm just glad I don't have it.
Okay. So, our friend Watson, commenting on Facebook right now, is saying, you do not win people calling them idiots and stupid. My choice is to write in whoever I choose, period. I'll make the statement that I will not settle for a person I cannot get behind. Neither Trump, nor Clinton, nor Johnson. That's the response.
That's brilliant. Yeah, brilliant.
I love how Russ Gallo is having a Facebook argument without even being on Facebook right now. This is beautiful.
It's brilliant. I mean...
I love it. I love this. The power of social media right here. You don't even need a Facebook account to get into Facebook arguments anymore. How do you do it? This is got to be a Gallo thing.
I can't even dissect the logic of
I'm going to... Listen, I'm giving you my phone so you can read it yourself.
I don't want it. What's the logic? So I'm gonna throw the election to Hillary Clinton. I mean, is that the logic? What logic is that?
Or you're throwing it to Donald Trump. I mean, who are you throw? If you do not vote for anyone on the ballot, are you giving the election to Hillary? And how do you figure that?
Yes.
Okay, and how do you figure?
Let's say there were only 3 people in the country that were eligible to vote, Gene. 2 of which were Republican, 1 was a Democrat. Okay. Let's say there were only 3. I'm going to keep the numbers simple for the idiots listening. There are only 3 registered voters in the entire United States.
How to Win Friends and Influence People by Russ Gallo. I love it.
All of them are alive, and all of them are eligible to vote. 2 are Republican, and 1 is Democrat. The 2 Republicans argue over the candidate that was selected in their primary process and stay home. They would have won with 66.6% of the vote had they both voted, but they stood home.
So it's the Bart Simpson school
campaigning. So by
default,
the person with 1/3 of support will win the election if there were only 3 voters.
1 for Martin, 2 for Martin.
Now expand that out nationwide in the current situation we're in, and it makes sense. You're an idiot if you don't vote. That's it. By not voting, you're voting for Hillary Clinton. What more do I need to say?
What about just voting absentee, writing in Gene Baradelli?
Yeah,
if you want to,
write feel free to. Then yeah, go ahead. You're still throwing your vote away. What sense does it make?
Okay.
What sense does it make?
Well, you know, in New York, it kind of makes sense if you're in New York City and you know that the state's going to go for Hillary anyway, and if your state's a lost cause... I mean, honestly, when it comes down to it, a presidential election...
When you get Rachel Maddow on the Supreme Court, in a couple of years...
You get Barack Obama on the Supreme Court.
Think about how your choice of not voting turned out for everyone, not just you.
I love this. Oh, wait, is there another... There's another comment coming in on the line. Oh, Lord. Actually, it's not really a comment, constructive comment. It's just, he's rolling on the floor laughing his butt off.
All right. Well,
go.
I guess if simple math and logic makes people laugh, then I'm a comedian tonight.
And there you have it. Let's do some final thought stuff. What you got a final thought for us? I know you're frustrated. And listen, I'll get out the jack after the show, and we'll talk it out. We'll have one of our normal therapy sessions. Oh wait, another comment. Hang on. You sound like the Gestapo by forcing a person not to vote their conscience.
I'm the Gestapo.
Here's your final thought, Russ. Time.
So
final thought for you right now.
You call me, of all people, the Gestapo, and yet you won't vote against Hillary Clinton for the only person who has a chance to win. All right. I guess that makes sense. So my final thought has nothing to do with this because I'm tired of arguing with lunatics.
You're getting tired of arguing on Facebook without even having an account.
So anybody who's seen the Rob Lowe...
Wait, whoa. Russ Gallow's doing a pop culture reference? The Comedy Central roast or whatever it was?
Well, the only reason why I watched that Comedy Central roast was Ann Coulter was on it. So I thought it would be cool.
Oh, okay. This might be a sign of the apocalypse, folks. Russ Gallow does not do pop culture. But
Ann Coulter was abused. First of all, I really don't know what Ann was thinking. It was kind of silly for her to be on it. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go. It's on replay a million times like they do all their roasts. So go online on their website. I'm sure it's on there. And watch it. It was truly disgraceful the way they treated her. If it was a group of conservatives that bashed a liberal the way they bashed Ann Coulter, they did the same thing that this guy just did to me. He called me part of the Gestapo. They called her Hitler and a bunch of other stuff. Truly disgraceful. I don't know what she was doing there.
It's a roast.
But she's not a comedian. And her jokes were awful. And she was awful. So, I mean, it was a two-way street.
So, bad job by her publicist. Put her
I don't know what she was doing there. It was painful to watch. Big mistake. She made conservatives look like idiots and kind of petty. And I really don't know what she was doing there. Embarrassing. I could have wrote better jokes.
And that's saying a lot.
Maybe you could write in Ann Coulter for president. If that makes you feel better.
That makes you feel a little better, sure. So listen, my final thought is I'm telling you what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going outside of Fox News with a stack of business cards, and I'm handing them out to every female who walks in the door or out the door, or walks around the building. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the floodgates have opened at Fox News. Word this week of a $20 million settlement of Gretchen Carlson's sexual harassment claim. By the way, that's more money than Freddie Gray's family and Eric Garner's family got combined from the respective municipalities. It looks like Fox News, that kind of money might be an admission of guilt that Roger Ailes was sexually harassing people. But listen, on deck, Andrea Tantaros, who was left Fox News as well. Possibly Megyn Kelly, who knows? She was vocal about this. But
good riddance.
Greta Van Susteren is out the door because Roger Ailes is out the door. And there was a hint today that there may be some litigation coming down the line for that as well. So could this be the end of the Fair and Balanced Network? Your guess is as good as mine, but
no,
I'm going to go see what business I can drum up down there tomorrow.
No, I don't know. I just want to comment on that, Jeff. I see we have a few minutes left here.
Well, of course we do.
I'm troubled when people accept money to make alleged criminal activity go away.
Well, it's not criminal sexual harassment. I mean, it's not like harassment in the penal code. It's hello, honey, hello, baby, hello, sweetie.
I just don't know. It depends on how far the sexual harassment allegedly went.
I mean, it could be, yes.
I'm just troubled by when money gets thrown around, all is well and ends well, and it becomes. I just think it's odd to me. If it's such a horrific thing, and anyone who's been to a human resources briefing at a new job knows that they drill this in your head, that's the worst possible thing in the world. But then if you get a few bucks thrown your way, it just goes. I just don't get it. If someone really did something that violated me, Gene, I'd want to see them...
You'd go to trial.
Prosecuted. I want to go through the judicial system. I don't know. Seems odd to me.
Well, there you have it. Things are getting odd at Fox News, and if allegations turn out to be true, or if this is indeed an admission of guilt, expect a shakeup, and this is the wrong time for a shakeup there. You know,
Fox News?
Fox News, yeah.
No, it's
wrong
time to
time.
shake that place up.
All right, well, Fox News is going to get shaken up, and we're going to...
Kelly to go...
Oh, you're going there?
Listen.
You want to go there?
And even Hannity, I'm done with him. I'm glad to see Britt Hume is coming back.
Britt Hume coming back to On the Record, yes, this week.
He's actually slightly more attractive than Greta Van Susteren.
And with that comment, as I was about to say, it's time to shut this sucker down. Russ, you ready to shut it down or what here?
Britt Hume has a better chance of getting sexually harassed at Fox News than Greta Van Susteren ever did. Shut it down, Jim.
Oh, I can't believe we got that last one in. Folks, next week, Dan Gaynor coming back behind Enemy Headlines, and we'll be back with some interviews from Value Voters Summit. So until next week, we are out of here.
Vote Trump, don't be an idiot.
Good night, folks. Our position has been compromised. It's time to roll out. Report for debriefing at www.behindenemylinesradio.us and look for regular communications via Facebook and Twitter at BEL_radio. You are the resistance. Behind Enemy Lines. A rock radio production. Copyright 2016.